practical skills and some tips. Today we're going to be stretching a canvas. I've got this piece of artwork which I printed. We're going to be making a frame for this canvas. Then we stretch it together. We're going to be stretching this canvas on a wooden frame, 300 centimeter by 72 centimeters. Just need basic tools. And after stretching, we also gonna make a floating frame. And this floating frame is supposed to be a lamp. I'm gonna be showing you the basic tools that you may need for you to make your own canvas frame and be able to stretch your canvas artwork on a wooden frame. So firstly, you need pine wood. Depends with the size and length of your canvas, but mostly when I stretch my canvases, I normally go for the 20 by 20 millimeter pine wood. I prefer thin edge frame, and for me it's just neat and it's not too heavy for my walls. And I prefer something which is kind of like a bit flat on my walls, so that's why I prefer 20 by 20 millimeter. Just make sure the edge is straight when you go to purchase your pine wood. Our tools, you need obviously a measuring tape or the tape measure. You also need a steel 1 meter ruler and another one which is a 30 centimeter ruler. You also need to have your cutting tools. With me here, I've got a plank cutting saw and a steel cutting saw. I prefer working with a steel cutting saw because when I cut my plank, it will be smooth and there's no need for me to use the sandpaper to sand it. Yeah, that's what I prefer. Since I don't have much of machines, I prefer just going straight to the point, use my steel cutting saw and give me smooth edges, smooth cuts, and that's it. Yeah, I also have an electric drill with me which I might make use of. Since I don't have clamps, I can make use of screws to hold together and tighten. And I also have got heavy duty stapler, or they call it a staple gun. Yeah, it's like a gun. Pa. Okay, so this one is the one which I mostly use. It's very useful. Without this, I can't work. And I think it's one of the most important tools. And with the staples, I've got here some staples. You can get 8 millimeter staples depending with the type of plank you are working with, and also depending with the size of plank. Since I'm working with 20 millimeter, I chose to work with 8 millimeter because they won't show after stapling, they won't protrude to the other side. I also have got this cutting knife and my scissors and take out the parts that I don't want. I also have this type of glue, wood glue, for joining my planks and sticking together my planks. I use it as well. It makes everything to be intact and to be very strong. And I also have got this type of glue, this type of adhesive. This one I use it mostly when I stretch my canvas. I prefer neatness. I hate to see staple pins on my frame behind. I just hate to see staple pins, so I prefer working with glue. Staple pins, staple gun, I make use of it when I'm still joining my frame, because after applying glue, that white wood glue, right, and then I put a step pin, my frame will be very strong and intact. Okay, then I also have got this Plascon super gloss enamel. It's a black type of paint which I'm gonna be using. After making my floating frame, I'm gonna paint it nicely with this black paint. I'm gonna try it and see. They told me that it's glossy and shiny, so I'm hoping it's gonna be nice. I've got these rollers for the paint. I'm sure they can be also very useful. It's my first time working with this. If it's not working, I'll use a brush, paint brush. That's it. And obviously, you will need your book to be writing down and doing your calculations. You also need to do a bit of calculations to know if you are doing the right thing. Like for instance, for me to be able to stretch this canvas, this piece of artwork, I will need to know the print area of the canvas, and I also need to know the size of the bleed. So all that you need to calculate. You also have to take note of the joints. You also have to know what type of joints you're going to be working with, so you do a bit of calculations.